And welcome back to Blake's Den. This is my 1997 Rover Mini MPI, and I broke the driver's seat the other day, so let's fix it. So it's a little bit dark, but I'll try and show you what happened. I took this out for a spirited drive. Wasn't going particularly fast within the speed limit, but the basically the seat is lost all support. I went over a bump, landed, boom, and I'm guessing that broke it. Got back home, got out of the car, unlocked the garage, went to get back in the car, sat in it, and boom, pretty much sitting on the floor. So I'll show you what I think has happened. So we're now looking under the seat here, and you can see this material has ripped, and I think that material is supposed to be joined together, and I think that makes like a sandwich and stops the seat from basically giving way. So I need to work out how to repair that. First thing I need to do though is get the seat out of the car, so let's do that. The seats on the MPI models are slightly different to normal Minis. I think these are actually based upon Rover 100 seats, but they're held in the same as normal Minis. So you've got a bolt here and a nut here, two of them. Pop those out and then the seat should just lift out. So yeah, I'll get my spanners and sockets out and we'll whiz that off. So that's one bolt out and washer, 7/16. So I'll do the same on the other side, then we'll lift this out. Right, with those bolts out, they should come free now. And it's just a case of pulling it forwards and lifting it out. I've got the seat into the garage now, and I've just put a bin bag over it just to protect it. Tipped it up, and you can see the problem here is this here is completely ripped and all gone all jagged. So it's probably been going for a while, and maybe I've just made it. That last bump was a bridge too far. So I need to somehow fix this. So I need to have a think is the best way to do it. I've had a chat with Mrs. Blake's Den, who knows more about fabrics than I do. And yeah, we've ascertained this is like a polymer resin Hessian material. And this is obviously a heavy rubber, and that's what gives it its strength in the middle. I probably won't be able to find one of these in a scrapyard. Chance of finding a Mini in a scrapyard is minimal. Chance of finding a Rover 100 is probably even less. So I don't think that's an option. Trying to find the parts online, I'm not even sure if they're available. So I think I'm going to have to be stuck with repair. Now to repair this, I thought, could I rob the material off another car? Possibly, but it's held. This is all held in with hooks, and there's a bar down here, and it looks quite difficult to get out. Not impossible, but doable. My wife suggested gluing some material on, which I could do. I've got some rubber material, like inner tube material. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I might do a bit of both actually, is I'm going to put some cable ties in this. So this rubber is still quite strong. So if I can put some holes through here and here, put a cable tie in, zip it up, work my way up all the way up to the top here. Maybe blunt that off so it doesn't propagate any further, the crack. And then I might try sticking some rubber on it as well. And we'll see whether that does the job. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I've got a drill here with a wood drill bit in, which has a little spike on the end. I've just drilled 2 holes. And I've put that in now. Obviously I've not pulled that tight. Only because I need to get in behind to feed the cable ties through. So I'm probably going to switch to time lapse, and then I'll just work my way down. I think I'll drill a hole here And that looks like kind of blunt off that crack, so it shouldn't go any further. And then just, you know, I've got hundreds of cable ties, so we'll just put quite a lot of them in to pull that material back together. And yeah, see what happens. So I've got that back together, all the cable ties in. The material's beginning to rip already, which I thought it would do. It is a lot firmer now. You can see it's all acting as one, which is good. But I'm a bit worried they'll just rip through over time and give way. Now I've got plenty of them in, so it should be all right. But I don't think it will do any harm putting an extra piece of rubber on top of this, just to give it a little bit more strength. So I'm going to see if I've got a piece of rubber I can cut down to size, probably from an old inner tube, and then I'll glue that on, let it set, and then hopefully that'll be sufficient to repair it. Because I never throw anything out, I had this 16-inch tractor front wheel inner tube knocking around. Inner tubes are always useful to keep hold of because they're a source of valuable material. I've cut out a bit a patch here, cleaned it up, and then I'm going to see if I can glue that patch on the underside of the seat. So on the garage shelf I found some Gorilla Glue epoxy, which sets in 5 minutes. I've got a bit of card and I've got a handle off a sieve or colander. Don't ask why. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the glue on here. I'll then put that on and then a bit of tape to hold it in position, and we'll see how it goes. So this is a 2-part epoxy, so you obviously need to mix it. So I've kind of used this before and found it doesn't come out the tube particularly well. Let me just show you what I mean. So sometimes it comes out a bit uneven. So that one's the wide side coming out first, and not the other side. Oh, I just realised it comes with a mixer. Oh, should have spotted that before. Right, let's get some of that resin in. And smooth it harden a bit. Of course, it might not be an exact 50-50 you need to do either. And it's still coming. Let's pull that back if I can. Right, what I'll do for a start, we'll get that mixed up. Lovely. And then we'll slap it on and we'll see what happens. Right, I've got that plastered on now, so I will stick this on. I'm just trying to work out which way to do it. I think I'll do it this way around. So. Yeah, that does not seem to want to stick at all, so I'm going to stick some duct tape across there just to hold it in position. So I've got that duct taped into place and the glue is set, and I'm not convinced it's going to glue particularly well, but hey ho. But I thought, you know, what's better than duct tape and cable ties? And I concluded more duct tape and more cable ties. So since I've got it and it's here, I'm I'm going to try and run some duct tape across here just to try and give it some strength that way. And then I've got these like really long cable ties, these are actually reusable ones. But what I was thinking was if I can try and wrap it around these hooks and try and thread it behind and then put another one in front, then that's going to try and pull those two hooks together, and that's going to basically, if this whole material fails, this will keep you up. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, cue the time lapse again. Right, that's taped up now, and two extra cable ties on. There's metal bars run down here, so I think that's going to give it a bit of strength. Could put a third one up here, but remember that bit was intact, and I think it's like the base of the seat here where the problem is. So, does it work? Well, the only way to find out is to test it, but it's thrown it down with rain outside because it's a bank holiday. So I'm going to put this on the floor and I'm going to simulate driving in my Mini. Right, I'm hoping you can see the bottom of the seat there. So if I come around here, sit on it. Well, it sagged a bit, it made a funny noise. Let's pretend I'm driving. Boom, over a bump, over another bump. Doesn't feel too bad actually. Let's try just crashing down onto it. Yeah, that feels okay. Let's have a look. Look, the underside looks like. Yeah, all still intact. Apart from that bit of duct tape. So I think we'll call that fixed. It's back in the car now and looking good. So let's give it another sit down test and see what happens. Well, I can't really film it very well, but that feels better. I think it's been going for some time, and that last bit where it's ripped has just made it really bad, but that seat feels like really quite firm. So yeah, I'm happy with that. In fact, I think it feels better than the passenger seat, so that might be the same. Might have to fix that at some point. Well, I think I'll call that fixed for now. I will look out for some replacement seats. Problem is, like, they're going to be at least 25 years old now, and I don't think you can replace that material very easily unless you're like a trained upholstery trimmer, which I'm not, as you could probably tell from this video. But it's good enough, and I think it's better than it has been. It's obviously been getting progressively worse over time, and now it's a lot better. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, press that like button below. If you've got any questions or comments, drop them below as well. I'll respond to all of my comments. And lastly, please consider subscribing to the channel. It makes a massive difference. Plus I've got loads of more Mini videos on there, both of this and of my other Mini, which is living in there, which is the Designer. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.